I'm really excited about the collaboration with Emerce. Our hope for today, that I think will be an excellent outcome, is we are first unpacking insights around online shopping in South Africa, and that's Whyfive's expertise, and then we're going to go directly into a toolbox for getting e-commerce right in South Africa.
So here's what the world looks like. There's a very small amount of stuff that we know, the known knowns, and that sits inside a bunch of stuff that we call the unknown knowns, which are things that you think you know. Then there's all of that sits within a much bigger circle of the known unknowns. This is the stuff that you know you don't know. And then crucially, all of that sits within this big red zone, the unknown unknowns. What is the stuff that we haven't even thought of?
I think the biggest added value of Brand Map for our clients and potential clients are the fact that you will have a view of your customers as well as non-customers, which is something that's notoriously difficult to do if you're playing in the online space.
We do what we call unsolicited research of individuals. In other words, when we send our campaigns out, we don't send them out specifically asking specific questions about specific brands. It's very like an AMP style approach, where we throw a huge big old net out, see who we can catch, and we ask people a whole bunch of questions. So what we can do is we can generate quite interesting competitive sets. We ask this question: what online retailers have you actually bought something from? So what that simply means is, of the total number of black people who buy anything online, Amazon skews 67-25 white to black. And when you look at Macro and Mr. Price and Pick and Pay, all of a sudden you find that there are more black consumers online than white consumers. Here's the key insight. The guys on the top are pure 100% online players. The guys at the bottom have some kind of physical presence in the real world. What happens if the massive black market in this country just doesn't trust things that are 100% online? What happens if pop-up stores are actually a really, really good idea, a really good way of making a connection between the customer and your brand on a really physical level?
What we saw today is that the South African consumer behaves very differently to consumers in anywhere else in the world. And that kind of counterintuitive and highly valuable insight can save us months and months and months of effort building the wrong things and doing the wrong strategies.
But once the brands know that, what are they going to do with it? So from Emerce's point of view, with Matt's presentation around really how to consider what platform to use, I think we showed there's an opportunity to think it through properly, strategically, over why e-commerce is important for your brand, how difficult it is, how the South African population are reacting to online shopping, and then actually how do we do something about it and implement some fantastic e-commerce solutions.
Increases, the flexibility does increase and your time to launch increases, so there's pros and cons there. Very, very big. We know that there are any number of answers, and so this toolbox of 7 questions narrows down that field of potential platforms. So just to dip into some of those, understanding the technology stack of the existing company that you're trying to make this happen is very key. Understanding both the once-off and the long-term costs of a platform is absolutely key. And one of my favorites, understanding the amount of back-end integration, because the more integration, the more chance you need someone who can develop, and so you're not in a kind of a templated e-commerce world.
Personally, I had quite a perspective shift. Because we read second-hand data, but getting it first-hand, from people that have conducted the research and spoken to the consumers is transformative.